Welcome back to an episode of Coco Caliente podcast, where it's a mother and daughter production where we talk about everything and nothing all at the same time. I'm Nicole.
And I'm Jenny.
You guys, we've been gone for a couple weeks because you haven't heard from us really in real time for 2.5, 3 weeks. I don't know.
No,
Okay, don't be technical.
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Okay, yeah. We put out episodes, but they
2 weeks and 1 day. I'm being technical.
That's only how long it's been?
Since we recorded the last 2 episodes, yes.
Oh my gosh, that feels like eternity.
It feels like eternity, but it feels like yesterday to me that we were just sitting here recording those 2 episodes. So yeah. Time goes by fast to me, not slow.
Now our trip's over.
It's all over. We're tan.
I'm not. I wore 70 SPF. I told you I'm the mother in this relationship, even though I'm the actual daughter. My mom's out there baking in the sun. My dad's out there baking.
I wore SPF 30 for the first week and then SPF 15 for the rest. So I didn't get no sunburn ever.
No, you didn't.
Okay. She's thinking about it. She wanted to prove me wrong and say, yes, you did, but I did not, did I?
No, but I don't think you put on enough SPF, and that's just that. So
I didn't get any kind of sunburn.
That doesn't matter.
And it was almost 90 degrees a couple days.
Yeah, it was. Okay, so last time we left you guys saying that my mom saying she wakes up before me, and I said, no, I wake up before her. And I would say there's only one day that she woke up before me on the whole trip. And that's because I slept in and I was really tired. And besides that, her butt was in bed and Arrow would go wake her up. So I won that bet.
No, I beg to differ on that.
No.
Because maybe she got up, but she went back to bed. Because
no, I didn't.
When all them days Victor took Arrow for a walk, we were up like 4 days in a row when he took him for a walk.
I was showering and getting ready. I never went back to bed. Mom, when I woke up, you were in the bed almost 90%, 99% of the time.
Yeah, it was at like 6:30 when you came and had 6:30 and 7 when you came and brought Arrow in there. It was that early. I'm going to be sleeping at 6:30, 7 o'clock. One time,
Victor,
wanted to hear the funniest thing on the day. Victor flew home a day early, and she came in. It was like 6:30, and she brought Arrow. And she said, "I have to go pee." So she said, "Here, watch him." So I thought he'd just fall back asleep or whatever. But he seen us, and he was like ready to get up and kicking. So I was like, half hour later, she didn't come back from going pee, and I went in the room, and here she's all snug as a bug, sleeping. And
was I?
Yes.
I do not recall that at all, and do not think that that's true.
I swear to God.
Really?
Yes. Yes. You went right back to bed.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember now?
No, but I know I was really tired.
Yeah, she just...
Anyways, it's not a competition, Mom. I'm just saying you said that you were going to be up before I was all the time, and I was actually up before you were. That's all I'm saying.
She was out of bed at least before me, but I don't think you were up for the day before me. There's 2 different things.
Victor
I think you did get out of bed.
Victor cooked them breakfast at like every morning.
Victor was definitely up before everybody.
Because he works out at 5 a.m.
Like, yeah, I will. Victor was up every day because he's making coffee. I think I made it the first 2 days and like the last 2 days. And I think all the days in between Victor had the coffee made. And I think I only made breakfast the first 2 and the last. I didn't even make
first
breakfast
day
hardly.
Only.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what I even made. Eggs twice, maybe. Tried to make pancakes once. But yeah, I didn't make a lot of breakfast. So no, I did. I was very, very tired. I mean, I'll admit I was tired, but at 7 o'clock I was up, but I was up by 8.
It doesn't make you lazy, Mom.
I didn't say.
It doesn't make
I don't think it makes me lazy.
It doesn't make you lazy. You don't have to worry about that. It's fine if you want to sleep in a little bit. It's not a big deal.
Okay, what time did I sleep until every day?
That's what I'm just saying. It doesn't matter the time. It's just not a big deal.
Tell me.
8 o'clock?
At the latest.
Yeah, that's sleeping in for sure. Anyway. We had a great trip, though, all together. We'll talk about some funny points on the trip. We can't go through the entire trip today because I'd say that's 2 hours of content. We have 30 minutes of content that we can give you today because my dad is upstairs with Arrow. It's Wednesday night. We're very late turning in our podcast. And my dad's watching Arrow upstairs. And it's never a great thing this late at night, is it, Mom?
No, because he gets up at 3 a.m. and Dave's usually down by between 7 and 8. So this is his wind down time, but he loves to play with Arrow, so he'll be fine.
Yeah. Okay, so I would say we'll get into our trip. So we went to Florida. We stayed at Orange Lake Resort. My parents own a timeshare there, so we go the same time every year. My mom usually will buy a week before or after to tack on. So that way our vacation is between 10 to 14 days. So I think this one ended up being 12 days, including our travel days. And it felt like 4 days, to be honest with you. But we go there. It's not Kissimmee. How do you pronounce it? I just learned that a couple years ago. Kissimmee? No, it's something weird.
I call it Kissimmee.
Okay, so it's there. And it's part of the Holiday Inn Club Vacations. Member, like, it's what, I don't know. What does that mean?
Holiday Inn Club Vacation. I just think they have different
They have like 20 some different places.
Yeah, different. We haven't ever went and checked out one of their other ones. We have to do that because I really like this one. So maybe a lot of them would be equally as fun.
Yeah. So anyways, you do not, some people are messaging me, do you have to be a member to go there? No, anybody can go there. Anybody can go there.
Yeah, you can call and book. Yep.
So, all right, we're going to start with I'm going to start with Disney Day.
Okay.
So that was like day 3 on our trip. And I was really nervous because, you know, my mom and dad were kind of like dreading it a little bit, but they were being positive, and Victor was definitely dreading it. And I was excited because it's expensive. And I was like, I really want this to be a good day. Everyone looks like they have so much fun at Disney. Like, let's have a great day at Disney. Well, we did end up having an awesome day at Disney. I mean, I don't know. Are you just pretending you had an awesome day? Or?
No, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. So, we just did, Magic Kingdom. We got there at like 8:30 and we stayed till 5:30, I think ish. And, we just did one park one day. And anyways, I like loved it because Arrow loved it so much. And what else am I going to say? I'm like getting out of breath. Oh my gosh. And I don't know. It was just really magical. And the parade. So I would tell you, this is like, I'm not good with Disney tips. I'm not good at like reading blogs and knowing what I should and shouldn't do. I kind of just wing things and learn from experience. That's how I prefer to do things. And I would say, so we packed sandwiches. That was a good idea. We packed waters and like water bottles that stayed cold. That was a good idea. We had a stroller, which was really nice to lug everything around. And Arrow, we put in really like thin clothing, lots of sunblock, hats. We got the Genie Pass. It's so worth it. Definitely do that.
Make sure you know somebody knows. I mean, I think it was easy to operate, but Victor had it on his phone, so he just did it really conveniently, easy. And it was nice because it tells you where a lot of things are, like, so you can find like how to meet Mickey Mouse, where you have to be, and where, like, I don't know. It helps you be organized, right?
Yes, it does. It was really cool. So how it works is I could be more strategic next time, but once you use it, you can't use it for another like 2 hours. So right when you get to the park, you're going to want to use it because it'll say like, okay, come back at this time, between this time and this time, and then you go right in line. So it was really awesome. We were able to do so many things. Another thing that was really magical was the parade. I think it was at 12:30.
The parade was really nice.
And so we got there just at 12 and we stood on the curb, and I'll remind you, we were there at spring break time, so it was very busy. And even just getting there 30 minutes early was early enough to get like the best spot, I felt like. And Arrow loved the parade. It was so cool. Like, so, I don't know. It was awesome. The parade was, even for an adult, like somebody my age, the parade was just, I don't remember, I haven't been there since my kids were young, and I don't remember. I know I watched a parade, but I know it isn't the same parade. It was like really, really nice. The major difference I saw this time between going when my kids were young was the characters walked the street a lot more. We got autographs from them and pictures, and I best, since it's picked up and it's so busy and popular, we didn't see, you have to pretty much go to where the characters are. We only saw a few walking the street. I saw the stepsisters. Yeah, you see non-popular ones, so they're not crowded, I guess. And then I saw Snow White, and I went to get in line for Arrow, and they're like, the line, we're done with the line. I was like, darn it. So we only saw Mickey, and that was because we like used our Genie Pass to see him, which is a big bummer. I think that Disney would be a lot better if they reduced the amount of people they let in. So it's a little more of an intimate experience, because there is a ton of people, like definitely too many people. And if they can't even have the characters walking around, that was the most special part to me as a kid. I remember going in Ariel's like cave, And I loved
But we
that.
did get to see more characters because the parade had so many of them in there. I saw more now than when I saw, but it wasn't like an interaction with them. I mean, they did interact with the crowd. They were waving. They were doing all their funny stuff, like whatever, however the dwarfs act. Like I saw so many characters, but they weren't just walking around where you can run into them and get excited.
They don't even sell the signed books anymore, I don't think, like the autograph books. I didn't see them in the stores.
I didn't look for them. But.
So anyways, it is a lot different, but it was so cool. And so I would say I think my favorite thing was the comedy club show was my favorite with Monsters, Inc. That was really good. What was your favorite thing?
I think my favorite thing was just my favorite thing was just watching Arrow because he really liked it. It was just exciting. And especially when he got his little bubble gun that Nicole bought him. Oh my goodness. He was just so happy. And then balloons, his Mickey Mouse ice cream, anything he like hollered for, he pretty much got that day because it was an experience and he just enjoyed every bit of it. It was just, he was just happy. I'm trying to think of my favorite
so
thing.
Magical. Watching him.
That scary ride was kind of funny.
It was like the Haunted Mansion thing. That was good.
Yeah. I don't know. The parade was probably my favorite. Of the things we went and did or whatever. I'd say the parade is.
Yeah, I think the parade was too for me. I guess you're right. That was really cool. We did it
and it was even so hot because it was like right at like what was it 12:30, and we were standing out in the sun and you didn't even notice it and it was kind of long and it was really nice. I really enjoyed the parade. The one thing that we did though that was funny that I would not do again, but it was amazing, was where we went to dinner.
Yeah, that was an accident. So we went to, I don't know,
because you have to put that on because you had to make reservations if you wanted to eat anywhere there.
Reservations only like on your phone, or I think you can walk up. But Vic did it on his phone, and he's like, "This place says we can get."
It was a tavern, so that way Dave and Victor wanted to have a beer because you can't because it's Disney, you can't walk the streets like you can like Universal and stuff with a drink. They didn't have them for sale just like on the street like that. You had to like make reservations and have them inside an establishment. So
and this is just for Magic Kingdom because I know Epcot you can do that.
And so then they just picked the tavern, and because of tavern is tavern, and so we went in, and I was just at that point I went up to there's upstairs, and I went upstairs to go to the bathroom, and I came back down, and they were already sitting at the table, and I come back, and they have these huge basket of rolls on there, and they're like, Nicole goes, "Mom, you don't order."
I looked at the menu, and it said like, "This is what you get," and I was like, oh, it's just $40 a person, and they just bring you this family style meal. And I'm like, okay. And Mom was gone. I was like, I hope she's all right with this, because it was like a Thanksgiving meal. It
was crazy. I sat right back down. I'm
mashed potatoes, gravy, stuffing, tons of different meats.
3 different kinds of meats, like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And then the fanciest dessert ever. I'm not kidding you. Homemade mac and cheese, mashed potatoes, really stuffing, good. Gravy, the meats.
There was one.
An excellent the long green beans and the most wonderful salad with all these.
And we did not want. We were going to order something kind of lighter.
We were just going to get an appetizer and a beer, like literally.
Because we didn't want to walk around after we just had Thanksgiving meal at 90-degree weather, but we did it.
Oh, it was it was so crazy, and then I felt guilty because, you just got to eat, and then they like get rid of it or whatever what they brought out, and I could not eat anymore, and It was literally like I ate Thanksgiving dinner. The minute I got out of there and walked out into the heat again, I was like, I am so ready. But we got over it. We did the rides and stuff then. But I would not recommend that. I would recommend that as a place to eat because it was amazing, but not until you're leaving. Like that's the last thing you're going to do.
Or maybe in the fall or winter, that could be a little better because it'd be cooler out. I don't know.
I don't care if it was
that was like with one
winter and I ate Thanksgiving dinner. I don't want to go.
That was the best meal that I think I had in Florida, though. It was awesome.
It was so good. It was.
Disney doesn't like
crazy.
They
don't skimp on anything.
Yeah, that's like
we noticed that.
What I love about it, and I love that there's places with air if you need to like get a little breather and stuff, unlike Gatorland and all that. Anyways, so we just had a great time at Disney, so we're going to start going every year. Victor refuses to go. Victor was kind of a turd for the first couple days because he doesn't like when I like work, or he like didn't like want to do Disney. And after that, he kind of snapped out of it. But he told me, I'm never coming to Disney in March again. I'm like, well, then I guess you're going to stay there.
And he went home the day before we went to Gatorland, and he would not have handled that. That was that severity heat, and no break of air conditioning or any place to get out of it. I mean,
he can't with him, he can't relax and just go with the flow and have a good time. He has to be like, where are we going next? And get there, do it. But he doesn't enjoy it. Okay, let's get there and do it. Okay. He was wanting to leave by 3:00. And I was like, I want to at least, do this, this, and this. So anyways,
it's like a checklist.
It stinks. It's not, and I didn't let it bother me, but yeah, it was just next time, then you don't have to come if you don't want to.
He just has a hard time with heat. Yeah, and I'm used to heat. Dave doesn't crank our air conditioning that cold or whatever and stuff. So I mean, but when you get in a car and Victor's running it, it's so cold in there, and the houses are cold. He likes it cold. Yeah, you do too at sleeping time.
Oh, though. I do too. No, I do, and
not quite as cold, but I'm saying you like it.
No, yeah, I think it's because he sweats a lot.
And you didn't grow up like that, with it cold in the house. I don't know how you.
No, I just prefer that though. I think it helps my anxiety, honestly. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, what degree do you, if you go to Florida and you have your resort or your room or whatever, what degrees do you keep your room? I'm just wondering for what's comfortable. What did you keep it? You guys like it 65 and 66 every time I looked at it, and I'd turn it up to about 68 when I went to bed.
I prefer it 50.
Yeah, but what do you would not want it 50?
I do. I'd sleep with the window open. It'd be 50 degrees every night. That's what I prefer.
Well, that's crazy.
Dad would always shut my window in high school. He'd yell at me. There'd be snow inside the house. I prefer that. Anyways, why don't you tell them about your and Dad's date?
Yes, me and Dave went. I don't know, the fourth night in, everybody was tired out and they didn't want to go eat. So Dave did want to go eat. So we went to Bonefish Grill, and he was hungry for salmon. So we went to go get salmon, and we got to the restaurant and got our table or whatever. And we ordered a bottle of wine, and we had a bottle of wine. And I just looked at him just to be funny. And I said hey, let's pretend this is our first date. And then I started asking him questions, and it was he was thrown off when I said that, and he's just smiled at me or whatever. And I'm like, what's your hobbies and interests? And he could not look me in the eye and take me serious and answer these questions. He's answering me with one, he doesn't know me, with one word answers. And his eye contact was horrible. And I'm like, is there a reason you can't focus on this conversation? It was just so funny. We had such a good time because we laughed the whole time. And I was like, well, you can ask me anything you want to ask me. And I don't know. We just giggled and laughed. And we had some really good food. He even ordered me dessert. Did you
get that idea? Because last time you said, someone asked me, how do you keep your relationship, whatever? And I say that Vic and I do a little bit of role play sometimes like that. We just met.
No. The reason it was because it's so weird. Me and Dave do not go out to eat. The only time we go out to eat by ourselves in I'm going to say the last year or longer, if we go to Rachel's, and we're friends with all the wait staff there and the owners. So we always talk to somebody. So it was really weird for me. I don't even think I told you this, for me and Dave to go to a restaurant and I felt it was too quiet all of a sudden, because it's never quiet. We always have one of the kids or Arrow. There's always some kind of commotion, and it's not just sit down and breathe and wait for your food to come. That just doesn't happen. That hasn't happened in a long time. So it's even probably 3 or 4 years, because I think we always go out to eat most of the time. And, or like I said, it's to someplace with somebody else. So it was just me and him. And it was so quiet. So it was almost I started giggling right away, and it was just to break the ice. But you said turned out to be funny.
You said his eye contact was not good.
Yeah, I was teasing Nicole when I came home. I go, I don't know if I'd go on a second date. What did I tell you? I said his eye contact is just not there. But I think he was just feeling funny. He was laughing though. And then he's making a joke about when I said, do you want to split the bill when it came, when she brought the bill out? Because then he started being funny, in front of the waitress, saying stuff out loud. Like, are you sure this is the first date? You shouldn't be asking for my bank account information and stuff. So he was like giggling or whatever. And we were laughing. And I said, do you want to split the bill? He said, no, you can get it. I started laughing. I don't know. It was good. We had a good time. It was fun. It was a good time.
Yeah. I'm glad you guys got to do that.
But yeah, it is weird. And I do feel like that even when I'm certain times when I do things, I feel if somebody else isn't there, I do feel a little bit out of sorts. Like it's.
Does it give you anxiety at all?
It just, sometimes I just don't know what to do. Like when it gets real, like at a time when I'm supposed to be with you guys, if during the day when like, if I'm home alone and dad's at work and stuff, I'm fine. Mm-hmm. But like when it comes to nighttime or someplace like where we all are usually together, then I just feel it's like, okay, something's too quiet. Something's not right. This isn't how it is.
I get pretty anxious if I go out to eat, if it's just me and Vic, and not my birthday, our anniversary I didn't, but it just feels like you're forgetting something. Like you're just constantly like looking like you forget, where's Arrow?
It's because you have so much time on your hands and I don't have like that extra time to even think about grabbing, like half the time I don't even have time to grab. If I want to I have a lot of pictures of food, so don't let me fool you. I do still take my pictures, but they're really crappy pictures, but I could actually take the picture 4 times that day if I wanted to get the dessert looking good. It wasn't just a quick hurry up and take. It was just, you just have a lot more time. It's just weird. Everything's slow. It moves like, I feel like I'm moving on a real slow pace, like almost like a retirement slow pace. But then That's not my normal life, is not slow pace. It's extremely busy. So it's a big jolt from one to the other, if that makes sense.
And I think that's kind of how my anxiety was too. It's like when anything now I'm doing so much better. I can talk about it and stuff, but yeah, it's like my brain's always go. And then the minute it can rest, I like panic because I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? And I noticed before yours would kind of act up sometimes when you were like alone or we were gone or even during COVID and all that. So anyways, it's just, I didn't know if you had it or not, but it seemed like you guys had a really good time.
Oh, we did have a really good time. And dad especially, because Dave doesn't have that same thing where he needs that constant activity. I guess he has that all day long with work and how many people he has to talk to in the village and stuff. So when he comes after that, he likes the quietness and he goes like right into that mode easy. So like to him, like he said, thank you. That was so much fun. I had the best, date or whatever. So he like literally enjoys that one-on-one time and like craves that one-on-one time.
He's an introvert as well. And I am as well. Are you an introvert? We've talked about this. I don't know.
Dave craves like that, he likes dates. He like literally loves to go on a date. That's what he likes to do.
No, he does. Okay, then I wanted to talk about, so we've been going to Holiday Inn Club Vacations Orange Lake Resort for a long time. And what's really cool is like my manager, who's awesome. She, reached out and got me a partnership with them because I go there. And then anyways, it was so cool. So we had a full on like film day there while we were there, and it was set up so nice. And it just felt like that was a really fun day for me. Normally work days can kind of like drag on and get tiring, but I just had to like give that a little bit of, I had to talk about it a little bit because it was so smooth, so fun.
They were so nice. Like, yeah, they knew,
My parents were a big part of it, and so I appreciate them taking part in it too. We didn't have to start till 10:30, but I think me and Mom got up at 7 and started getting, so I got. That
was the one day for sure she got up earlier than me because she come into my room at like
not the
6.
One day. I got up several days.
That was like a guaranteed one. I think it was like 6:00 in the morning. She came in and said, "You got to get up and you're going to get your hair and makeup done." Like it was so early. I said, "Huh?"
What's so funny is I was like, "We can do our own hair and makeup," and then I'm like, "Oh my gosh, they have like this whole production team." Like, Mom, we got to look good. So I was like, we can help our hair and makeup, so let's just do it. And so then I ordered the service. It's people who I've had before. And by the time we were done, like we looked really good.
I looked like I was going to my son's wedding.
Yeah, she did. And then we're out playing pickleball with our updos.
Within a half an hour, my hairdo did not look like that anymore because I had to put my like visor on and all that stuff with the thing. And I was like, but when I first looked in the mirror, I'm like, oh, I look really good. She's like, do you want the fake lashes? And I'm like, just a couple, so she just give me a couple like on the end. And I was like, looked at myself. I'm like, I look like I'm ready to go to a wedding.
Pretty.
I look like I'm ready to go to a wedding.
And Victor looked at you and goes, whoa.
I think I took out like 38 bobby pins at the end of the night. There was so many bobby pins.
I showed a picture. I was like, can we do this like casual low bun with a braid? And it looks like this like wedding updo, but it looked really good. But I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know if this really says beach day and pickleball court. But
I don't know what they thought when they seen this, but that's why I put that. As soon as I seen it, I was like, okay, I got to put the visor on. And I didn't go with my clothes or anything like that. So I was like, well, at least we look really, really good. And later on, after we're done with the stuff, we'll take some family pictures because we got our hair and makeup done. Well, Nicole didn't get finished with her. Mine and Dave's part was all the way up till what time were we done? We were done before 4. And then Nicole didn't get done till after like 8:30, right? Yeah. By that time, oh my goodness, we were
pictures.
We were so tired that we could not even day. Yeah, it was like nope. And then my hair wasn't in the same spot.
But I did get a picture of you and Dad. It's your profile picture. Is it your profile picture? You said you put it. That one looks really good. That was just a quick iPhone pic.
And that was after later. I think I pulled my hair out already. So I didn't get any because I had my hair down in that picture.
You guys would crap your pants.
I took my hairdo down and everything.
You guys would crap your pants though if you knew what it charged versus around here for your hair and makeup. Should we even say?
I don't even know because you paid for it. How much was it?
For me and you, like $780.
That's crazy. She told me it was around like $400 a person. And I said, Nicole, I don't even have that much hair. Do not book me an appointment. I will do my own hair and makeup.
I do really like these girls' work. So it's like, I don't know. I think everything was way more expensive.
Yeah, our groceries were so expensive. Everything
Mom spent $400 on groceries. And
$480.
And she came home with nothing.
I did it.
Where's the staples here? We can't make a sandwich.
I was talking about you guys before about how many times my grocery order I think got canceled. Maybe I didn't.
I am not doing that grocery
order.
So
I did the grocery order and they picked it up. It was like $480, $486. And I keep looking at the list and trying to add it in my head. And I'm like, what did I even get? Like, I mean, yes, there probably was $200 in stuff that wasn't food. That's what I have to think about because what was there?
Shampoo, tanning
sunblock.
Sunscreen. Your alcohol, man. You guys went hard on the alcohol.
No, it wasn't that much alcohol. It was like 2 bottles of wine were on there and like 2 cases of beer. That was it. But there was some other stuff on there.
You got like sand toys and stuff. I don't know. But anyways, what they did.
Oh, Tide Pods. We had to get 2 bags of them. I don't know how.
What they did to her was, I won't do that again. I'm just going to go to the store. I'll go to Publix or I'll go to Walmart. I'll probably go to Publix. Is they canceled so many things on her. Like she bought stuff to make an Oriental salad. And what was the other salad?
Spaghetti salad. They didn't even give me no noodles.
They didn't give her the noodles. They only gave her like 1 or 2 ingredients of each thing she planned on making. So then she was just like stuck with these random ingredients. So that was really bad. They canceled like 40 items.
And I'm going to say the reason it happened is the order got canceled at least 30 times in between. I think it's because they thought it was credit card fraud. Because for one thing, my order is usually only like $80 here, and it's in a different state. So they kept canceled. I kept getting on the phone. They said replace it, and so I kept replacing it. But I started this order like a week before, and do you know how I don't know anybody who does like Walmart grocery order, how they won't have the stuff in stock the next day? Well, then when I would click it through the next time, they didn't have it in stock. So each time I lost things and didn't realize it that weren't in stock. So by the time I got my order, it was still $480 some, but I had I didn't have nothing to make anything. We had to run and to the store a couple times and get some more stuff. So it was like really frustrating. I don't think I would do that again unless I placed the order the day I was going.
No, it's a bad idea. I'm not doing that again. It was
to save time, but it really, I don't know.
I enjoy getting there, and we can do our own thing. Next time I go, I'll take Arrow. He loves sitting in the shopping cart, and I'm going to go shopping. It's just, we've always done. It really threw a wrench in my whole trip, not doing our routine. I am a very routine person. And so just picking up those groceries and coming home with
random stuff.
Broccoli slaw mix with nothing else was just not cool, Mom. It was not cool. She's looking for stuff. She's just like, she's looking at her order. They didn't give me this. They didn't give me that.
Well, yeah, I thought that they lost all. I thought Victor and Dave lost all my stuff on the way back.
I still spent $480.
I said, where's all my stuff?
You never even spent.
I need to go back through.
Joke's on you because you don't even spend that at Publix. You want to save time and save money.
I need to look through that order again. Like, I want Nicole to look through it too. Something's not right with that. I don't understand it. She doesn't even believe me that that's how much it was, and I'll show her.
I don't. I just don't understand it at all.
I don't even know what was on there.
Oh my God. Okay, what's next? Oh, we got to talk about... I'm having a laugh attack. Oh, we got to talk about the nachos.
Oh.
Oh, you start it.
That was like 2 days, the last night Victor was there. We went to eat at Breeze's, which they have really good food. We actually ate there we didn't leave the complex very much this time. So we ate there, I'd say every day, at least either lunch or dinner. We got something from there or else a strawberry daiquiri. We always got something from Breeze's every day. So that night we decided to go eat into the restaurant, and I wasn't paying attention when Dave ordered salmon. What did I order?
The burger, the crab cake burger.
Okay. So I ordered the crab cake burger. Dave ordered salmon. Victor ordered,
I don't know. Does it
I don't
matter?
know what Victor ordered, and I wasn't listening.
He ordered surf and turf, and then
he ordered steak.
I ordered because I got chicken something earlier, and I wasn't very fond of it, so I got sloppy Joe nachos. Okay, so then I ordered Arrow's
and I didn't hear her order
then now that I think about it, anyways, I'll explain that in a minute. And I ordered Arrow's Alfredo. I always order it right when I get to the restaurant. So that way, because I know he's hungry. And so...
and we ordered peel and eat shrimp.
Peel and eat shrimp, yeah. Yep. So all of a sudden to our table...
it was literally 5 minutes after we get done ordering it. They come out with a big tray. And I was like, holy tamale. Because we've eaten there a lot. And it takes 30 minutes usually. You get your appetizers. You get your drinks. I was like, what is going on?
Mom and Dad, I ordered a lot of food throughout the whole trip, just here and there. And my dad's always rolling his eyes at me you order too much. Well, then all of a sudden they serve these huge platters, 3 platters of nacho chips. One in front
they set them down at our little it's a 4-person table. Yeah.
And so then my dad goes, Nicole, what did you order us? And I said, oh, sir, I only ordered 1 nacho.
And it's okay. So they set just plain chips, a big, they have good chips. They set 3 big trays down. Then they set out this other thing, and it had 3 big bowls of avocado in one, 3 big bowls of this tomato stuff, 3 huge bowls of queso, and 3
sour cream,
and 3 big things of sour cream. You couldn't even move your fingers on the table to even put your plates. I was like, what the heck is going on? And they set all this stuff up on the table. And at the same time, they brought out the salmon, which Dave ordered. And they said, who has the salmon? And Dave says, I do. And they set his down, and he's like,
wait, no. So I say, I only had 1 order of chips. And he goes, oh, okay, I'll tell her to change it on the bill. And then I said, okay. He's like, because it said 3. And I said, okay. And then I said, and then is there sloppy Joe with this?
No, you said, are you sure this is ours?
Oh, are you sure this is ours? I'm like, are you sure this is ours? And then he's like,
because it wasn't our waiter. It was a different guy that brought the table.
He was not turning it back. He was like,
yeah, this is the table they have. This is the table number that's written down is what he said.
So I'm like, okay. And so then he goes, and you just need sloppy Joe. And I was like, yeah. And then so I was like, at that point, I thought I was just paying for 3 orders of nachos. That he must have thought I said 3 orders of nachos. So then our waiter comes back,
and then they handed Dave his salmon, and Dave's like, "Why is my food? Where's all your food?" And he's like, "What is we were all like, what is going on?" Nobody touched them at first. We're just looking, and then Victor's like, "Heck," and dug in the nachos, and we all just started eating the nachos, and it was just hilarious.
So then our waiter walks by, and I was like, did I order 3 orders of nachos? And he goes, no. And then the people next to us finally say, those are our kids' food. But they didn't say, they said something, but they're right next to us and we didn't hear anything.
They didn't tell the waiter. I never heard anything.
So anyways, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. And so then anyways, Dad was eating his food. I was eating my nachos, but it gets even way worse. So we felt guilty. Like the kids are watching us eat their nachos and their salmon. I guess one kid had ordered salmon.
Yeah. And then how odd is that? Nicole orders nachos and somebody ordered, and the same 2 sides as Dave, the broccoli and the potatoes. So it was the exact same sides. So Dave has his, and the what happened is the 3 kids were at a table right next to us, but then the parents with their other child was sitting at a high top, like over on the other side. So they must have like wrote the wrong table number for the kids thing. They wrote our table number because our table was actually next to the parents and the other one wasn't. So that must have been how they got it goofed up, as they put.
So then I ended up Arrow got his food. I ate. I was full and Arrow was restless and Mom and Vic didn't even get their food yet. And I was like, hey, Vic, will you go run me back to the room real quick? I'll put Arrow to bed. And so we get up and we go. And then anyways, long story short, I came back or I didn't come back. I saw that they sent me, I got an order of 2 sloppy joes was my meal.
Yeah. Then they come out there with all that stuff and they're like, I said, can I have something to like wrap these nachos up or whatever? Cause I felt guilty just leaving them there. And so they gave me my burger. And then when I got that, I could only eat a couple bites cause I just ate a bunch of nachos. Victor did eat his stuff. Then they brought the peel and eat shrimp or the appetizer out. We boxed the entire order of peel and eat shrimp up. And then they bring out sloppy joes and French fries. I said, nobody got sloppy joes and French fries. And he said, oh, that's what she ordered. And so, so then they boxed it up. And Nicole's like, I would never order sloppy joes.
That's so crazy to me. What's so funny to me thinking back on it is he has to think that we are so weird because I ordered sloppy joe nachos and he's probably thinking, why is this table chowing down on nachos when they didn't even order any nachos?
And he wasn't the one that brought him out. I tried to give him back. I like lifted the thing right up and said, these aren't ours.
But the thing is, Mom, is I did order nachos.
I know.
So that's why I was like, okay, he must just be bringing them for the whole table. But Mom goes, they probably think you're so weird because they brought out all those nachos and then you send them back for sloppy joe meat, and they're not even your nachos. But anyways,
and when we got our bill, it was just like Victor's surf and turf, the peel and eat, everything, and her meal was sloppy joes and fries.
I didn't even think that was on the menu.
And the funniest thing about it, I don't never seen that on their menu either. So that's really weird.
No, because the nachos was either add chicken or add sloppy joe.
And you would know if they said add French. They always ask you if you want what for your side, and you never have ordered French fries. So I know you didn't say the word French fries.
Well, then he came to us, and I was like mowing down on the nachos, and he was like, "Don't get too full before your real food comes." And I'm thinking,
this is my real food.
I'm like, you ain't gonna bring me another order of sloppy nachos, are you? And now it makes sense because he thinks I was just going to eat sloppy joes. Oh my God. It's so embarrassing.
It wasn't our fault at all, though. But
there's people, though, that will just like, I don't know. It's just really bad because we look like really weird because we didn't order nachos, but I really did. That's like the funniest part of it all is he's probably like, how is this? How did this get mixed up? Like someone brings you a steak and no one at the table orders steak, but you're mowing down on a steak.
Well, and Dave's trying to give it back. He goes, "This ain't our food. We don't want you to get in trouble, bud." That's what he said to him. He goes, "I ain't gonna get in trouble. This is the table number they have written down. Just eat them." And I was like, it was just the funniest thing ever because literally when our real food came, we had 4 to-go boxes packed up on the floor because we couldn't even it was so bad. And then like Victor felt bad. He told the woman next to him, he goes, "Let me go buy them all ice cream after this or whatever. I feel bad that we're eating."
Did he buy him ice cream?
They said no, that they didn't want it, but thank you or whatever. They already had. I don't know what they said something to him, but no, he didn't. But it was so funny. It was like, It was hilarious because we all tried to stop it, especially me and Dave, and Nicole was just like, I only ordered one order.
I'm going to be honest, though. I mowed down my whole portion of nachos because I was like, cool, my food's here. I'm going to eat. And then I left and my sloppy joes were served and I wasn't there. So he's like,
yeah, she isn't there. And here comes sloppy joes. And I'm like, can we just get them like wrapped up to go? Did anybody even eat them in the room?
No.
Oh my goodness. Like,
those are not on the menu.
They're not on their menu.
So now when I look back and reflect on the situation, it's very loud in there. And I go, can I get the nachos? And I wasn't going to get any meat. And then I was like, oh, I probably need protein. I was like, with sloppy joes. And he goes, excuse me. I just said sloppy joe.
They probably specially made you some sloppy joes because they don't even make them.
So I thought he was just asking me what was the last thing I said, not the whole meal. So that's how it happened. And Victor was like, I heard you say nachos. Thought I was losing my mind.
Yeah, it was very, very, very funny. I think we were also stunned. Did you even take a picture of that table? Nobody did they?
No, because it's like the kids are next to us waiting for their food. I couldn't take a picture.
It was so
their food.
No, but it was so.
Gosh.
I just wish somebody could see how you could not even see the table, like literally, like because. And then what it is usually, I guess the nachos all come with. They got really good nachos and it's all piled high. But because they're kids, they ordered everything on the side, so they specially made these big trays for each of them with everything so nice and neat and pretty, all in separate dishes. And here they had to go do that, and I think it was 20 minutes before they got theirs coming back out, 15 at least. It was a while again. I felt really bad because there probably was a lot of work separating and cutting up all that and making it so fancy like that. Oh my gosh.
I'm just mowing down. No, I knew I would have to leave the pool early with Arrow because that's how it kind of was. Okay, and I'll just wrap up with my mom wants me to share a recipe with you. I just made this cabbage soup when I got back, and I didn't measure anything. I just kind of made it up, and it was 10 out of 10 delicious. So I've been eating a lot of cabbage because it's super healthy for you. Actually, I just had a cabbage head in my fridge, but I looked up the benefits today because I ate a whole cabbage head in 4 days. That's really good. So you just start with tomato organic broth. This is organic soup broth from Pacific Foods. I think that's really important. It's like the best broth I've ever had. I'll try to have my mom post a picture on the page. And then you mix it with kettle bone broth. And then I chopped half of a cabbage, mushrooms, carrots, onion, and then I just simmered on low. And then I added rice, and I probably let it cook without the rice for like an hour and a half, and then with the rice probably like an hour. And it was so good. Like Arrow loved it. I loved it. My mom loved it.
It was really good. I don't
know. I would serve that in a restaurant if I had one.
Yeah, it was really good. So that's why I told her today. I'm like, we don't have the amounts or whatever of anything, but write down what you did because it's a really healthy and tasty and had really good flavor to it.
It's stored really well too. And I kind of like when Vic. I don't like that Vic is gone, but I like that I can make what I want. Because then yesterday I made another cabbage soup because I ran out of that one, so I used the other half of the cabbage, and it's so good again. But Victor would never
he wouldn't like the smell of that, would he?
No, and I'd have to make another dinner for him, so I'd rather just cook one dinner, Anyways, so I'm using up a lot of stuff that I wouldn't normally get to use up.
But Victor ordered these. There was a fundraiser, and from one of the football players here in Ubley, he ordered some from the kicker. He ordered some delicious cookies, and I don't know if he's going to have any cookies left by the time he gets back.
Huge, though.
I keep opening a cookie, and then
did you open another one today?
No, 2 altogether.
Oh, that's not many. He ordered so many.
They're so good.
They are really good. But yeah. Okay, thanks so much for joining, and we'll talk to you next week.
Bye-bye.